go, guys. What is up? Fly here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've had a small but big update. It's update 1.57.2.78, and what this does, mounted armor modifications have been added for the following vehicles. So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna go through all the vehicles that they've been added for and show them to you individually, because I believe we can't look at them before we buy currently. See, it's kind of, I don't know how to really preview this. So we're just going to buy them all, show them to you all, just so you can get an idea of what the heck is happening. Here, we'll do this one real quick. What the fuck is, where? Oh my, it's freaking, it's Patrick from SpongeBob. Alright, so the first one up is the T-34 1941. Let's go ahead and get into the customization tab. Decorations. Okay, so we got Thunder League, we got the Pirate Skull. That one's pretty, dude. PETA. Oh, guys, what the heck? We can put a fucking goat skull on our tank. Why is it like off center, or is that just me? Yeah, can you? Oh my gosh, PETA. I'm gonna try the cow skull real quick. Okay, I guess you know. So that one, oh, the shadow's still there. This one, why is it offset? Maybe because the what? Okay, let's put it right. Let's put. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Let's try to put it like right above the cannon barrel. Dude! Okay, let's put another one up. We got the goat skull right here. These are insanely funny. Alright, there we go, guys. So that's what the cow decorations look like. Let's go to road signs. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do all these. We'll just do examples of them so that we can get an idea of what they look like. So we can just put a stop sign on our tank. It's pretty cool. No smoking. That will probably be a popular one. I don't know if this kind of artwork existed back then, or at least the way these stop signs work. At least in America, that's the way the stop sign looks. Alright, so Roundels. We already kind of showed you that one. That's just like the Squidward on you. Let's go to others. Oh my gosh. No way. Now, you better let me put that steel helmet on top of... Okay, damn it. So you can put a German steel helmet on, a USSR steel helmet, UK, and they don't like the U... Yo, man, where's the US stuff? No, I'm just kidding. So we can put a life raft on. Ships confirmed, boys. Ships, dude. Can we just look at this abomination of a tank right now? Okay, it's got goat skulls growing out of it. Camouflage. Alright, so here we go. So let's just go through all the camouflage right now. Oh my gosh. Can't place it there. Can't place it there. Because we can't put it over optic ports. Dude, that is pretty cool. Here. 1970 Bush. I'm gonna get rid of some of our other decals so we can kind of fully load out this one and see what it looks like. Yeah, but in the comments below, guys, give me your feedback on the addition of the decor and the camouflage like this. Okay, so we can get this one. Oh my gosh. We could... Hang on. So that's pretty good for the sides, I guess. Right there. Ooh, that looks nice. So we're going for this one. Love how they have names. Armful of branches. Very Ruska. So this one's really good for the side. Now, can I... Oh, here we go, boys. Wait. Oh, wait. It's not all optic ports. It's just other stuff you have to be wary of. Okay, so you can do that right here. The next, we're into a bunch of palm leaves. Ooh, good for jungle combat, like on Jungle, the only jungle map. Okay. There we go. Let's get a little... Right there. Okay, beautiful. Let's go for the next one. So we got some more palm trees here. We're getting pretty festive right now. Okay, and last one. Oh, we got two more. Okay, so these are armful of fire branches. I don't know how to pronounce that. It must be a European plant. Oh yeah, this one's good. This one's really good. I think I like this one the best just because of its coloring is much more minute or grayscale than these are. Now the last one we have to go, we have one more, and that is the long hand of the branches here. I don't know why I can't pronounce it, but you know, don't sue me or anything. Oh yeah, these are really good. So there's our tank. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be great because you know people are gonna just have the most trolliest stuff. So it seems like a lot of this stuff is the same for all nations. Now they have mounted armor modification as well. So let's try to find that. I want to go over to the German side and load up one of our Panther and see what it looks. It looks like we already have some additional stuff on the sides. Let's go ahead and go to customization. Now, but would it be in a different slot though? Others, how do we add additional armor? Because maybe it's, how do I do this? So I figured it out. It's actually quite simple when you take a step back and think about it. The armor modifications are in the modification tab here. It's in the protection tree, or if you wanted to call it that, and you select it, and the track and additional armor, whatever it is, goes on. That looks pretty badass. Now you got to keep in mind this is not rolled homogeneous armor or cast homogeneous armor, I believe. So it doesn't have the same effect as the millimeters it says. So it's 17 thick or 17 millimeters thick. That doesn't really equate to 17 millimeters of rolled homogeneous armor. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. It does add protection, but 17 millimeters of effective armament or armor, like the rolled homogeneous armor, it's not the same. Also, I thought that we would be able to individually place these things where we wanted to, but it makes more sense now that it's kind of an all or nothing approach, just because the damage models, you know, people would put it in awkward positions where the damage model calculations would have to really struggle to see what happened there. What I would like to see though is maybe a slider of how much you want, you know, because customization is awesome. All right, so next one, we have the M4A176. That's what this one looks like. Oh man, you get a damn structural steel chassis here, right? That would help out a lot because a lot of people shoot right down in there. Oh my gosh, deadly. All right, going over to the Germans now. We have the Panzer. Oh, you bet. Damn, that looks sick. The Panzer IV right here. It has all this track armor in the front. Look at this. Even on the upper glacis, on the turret, and in the rear neck. Oh, we got a little bit in the rear right here. And then also it's shirt skin, whatever you want to call it. The Panther A looks pretty nice with it. I'll take off this mode so we can actually kind of look at it a little bit. None in the front though, or lower glacis, just on the sides and the turret sides. And we got, no, I don't know. None in the rear. T-34-41. It's got some just on the turret. We'll help out. Let's see how thick their tracks are. 18 millimeters of thickness. Oh, very strong. Okay, T-34-85. Not the most. Still pen right through there. Kind of, I think that the Russian tank would have a ton of shit on it. You know, understanding that they put logs on their tank. Okay, on to the British. There's the Churchill Mark 7. That thing is loaded up with tracks. And this thing's tracks are probably thick. We got a huge layer right here. 20 millimeters of thickness with these tracks. We got some on the side. Does that cover the ammo? Oh, yep. Look at that. So pretty much, if you see that track right there, shoot right through there. You'll hit the ammo first shot. On the other side, yep, same thing. Side track armor and a little bit of front too. Jeez Louise. Now, this would be much more effective on the Mark III than the Churchill Mark 7, because a lot of stuff really just goes through this pretty easily. Oh, man, that thing is strong. Okay, next we have the Japan. No, just kidding. So that's it with the armor. Now let's have a little discussion on the paywall behind the camouflage. Let me go ahead and put up a Yag Panther real quick. We'll go ahead and spruce this thing up with this first bit of camouflage here. Sorry guys, give me a second. Oh my gosh. One second, there we go. And we got one for the lower glacis here. We can use one of these. Hold on, let's rotate it real quick. Oh, it doesn't look like it wants to stay. Let's go ahead and use the other one. Good gosh. Okay, then can we get one for the turret here? Okay, now look at this. That is, if you can get your tracks in a bush, I mean, like, you know, people use low or like the low graphic setting and stuff, but as the German tanks designed to snipe, the only way you're going to be able to locate this tank if it's hiding behind a bush properly is by its muzzle flash, and this gives an obvious edge behind a paywall. So in my opinion, this amount of camouflage can't be behind a paywall. It needs to be, players should be able to grind for this, because if I position my tank correctly behind a bush or in the beginning of the game, if I get hunkered down early, people really they're gonna have to double look. There's not a tank silhouette there, there's just a bush, and they're really gonna have to look for me and find me and then try to distinguish what they're looking at and then fire, and that's gonna give me a lot of time to zero in, engage, and get the first shot off. So having this behind a paywall I don't think it's a good idea, and I think there will be some backlash to it. All that I think should be behind a paywall are decorations like they have right now, but having camouflage behind that paywall, in my opinion, it's too game breaking for at least the first shot of the game, and it's really going to be annoying to be shot even when you've already looked in that direction, because usually how I scout in a game is that I hit my binos, scan, don't see a silhouette, gone. I don't look at a bush for 2 seconds to see if I can see a gun barrel that is lurking in there. So yeah, I don't know how, well, I know how the community is going to take this. They're not really going to be too happy. They done it right with the, well, it's not on this one. The track armor, that's researchable. And I think they need to do that with the camo. But the track record is that still winter camouflage is behind a paywall. Sorry. Where are you? Where's the dark? There we go. Still behind a paywall. And having a winter camouflage on a winter map is an edge than having a yellow tank on a white background. Much easier to spot a yellow tank on a white background than a white on white. So, I don't know. I think they need to just move it over to the grind, and it would be a more fair implementation than behind a paywall. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I think we'll be getting some gameplay soon to test out how actually feasible it is to have this amount of camo in front of your tank. But guys, have a great day. Until next time, peace out.